It hadn't snowed very much in Ontario this winter, at least not until my arrival, after which it snowed every day. Other than some white-knuckle drives, that was actually perfect. This is a show on winter's cold and snowy bounty at three of Ontario's outstanding resorts. I start just outside the town of Huntsville, in the Muskoka region. The resort is Deerhurst. Deerhurst is a large resort, about 500 rooms, located in a central lodge and spread out in a series of smaller buildings throughout Deerhurst's magnificent property, which dates back some 105 years.
Charles Waterhouse was the originator of the well, I would say the cottage back then, because it was such a small place. And then he passed away, Bill Waterhouse took over, and then from there it's just grown and grown and grown to what it is today.
Deerhurst is certainly going to be a popular destination in the summer of 2010 as it hosts the G8 Summit. In fact, when I visited in February, Golden told me that's mainly what he and his staff were getting ready for.
You said you're going to go from 42 chefs, maybe up to 75. You're going to do maybe $500,000 worth of food and beverage over the course of a long weekend, which is about half of what you would do over a busy month.
Yes, exactly.
What pressure?
Well, I think it's all logistics. There's a number of different things going on, and we'll have the support staff, and that's the key. Having 40 full-time cooks through the whole season, you're able to identify their strengths, you put them in the right spot, you match them with the new staff coming on board, and it'll all flow.
It better, and with Golden at the helm, I'm sure it will. You see, Golden's not just a great chef, he's a great guy. Let this next bit serve as some evidence of that. So you've done a ton of cooking demonstrations. This has to be the coldest.
It is the coldest. And we're on the beginning.
Nothing you won't do to promote Deerhurst.
Absolutely.
With the temperature somewhere in the mid-20s, Golden agreed to an outdoor cooking demonstration at the suggestion of Deerhurst PR director. A lot of chefs would have politely or not so politely declined, but there was Golden in his chef's jacket and nothing else in front of the Sugar Shack, reducing the resort's homemade maple syrup for snow-made maple taffy, and whipping up some cranberry white chocolate maple mousse.
Between that heat and the smoke in my eyes, this is really not going too well.
You should get hazardous pay for this. You really should.
Golden folded in whipped cream, then put the mousse in a cookie tweel on a plate surrounded by maple cookies before adding some extra cranberries.
I'd put caramel sauce on it, but it's frozen, so that's not going to work. And that's it.
Back on the fire, the reduced maple syrup was finally cold enough to start ladling on the snow, and maple taffy was just around the corner.
There's your sugar high.
It was a cold but simple and visual demonstration. Easy peasy. So much so that even I could do it.
Can I try one of these?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you do it? Just ladle out a little bit?
Yeah.
How much? A little bit like that?
Yeah.
Less than that?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah. Little chintzy on the second one.
Well, that's for you.
A couple seconds in the snow and they were good to go. And so were the two of us.
The coldest, the fastest, and the sweetest cooking demonstration. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Back inside, it was time for Golden to show off more of the local products, this time in the warm environs of his kitchen at Eclipse Restaurant, Deerhurst Gourmet Eatery. Golden is a major player in the Savor Muskoka movement, an effort to give consumers a wide range of regional products and packages, highlighting the Muskoka culinary experience. Here, he started with a beautiful-looking Ontario rack of lamb.
So the idea with this is we're going to put a bit of a rub on this, and then we're going to bake that in the oven at 350.
Golden coats the lamb with a mustard, garlic, and rosemary rub, adds some lightly sauteed Ontario new potatoes, and puts it in the oven. Fresh shiitake mushrooms came next. The shiitakes and some finely diced onions are used to make the sauce. The finished dish is served with a medley of mainly winter vegetables and a drizzle of maple syrup. I had this for dinner this very night, and man, was it good. Golden also served up an Ontario pork loin chop with fingerling potatoes, a tower of winter veg, and some balsamic syrup. Linguine tossed with Milford Bay smoked trout, lemon-infused Israeli couscous, and a Parmesan tuile. Also a local pickerel in a shiitake cream sauce with a mushroom potato galette served over fresh asparagus. Deerhurst Resort and Executive Chef Rory Golden. Quite the pairing.